end of the disc.
That whole flip up to flat and actually watch it do like what it's intended to do. The disc is flying. Like that's what hooked me on the game.
It's kind of like a puzzle every shot.
Get the disc to do exactly what you want it to do, and when you watch that disc make the flight that you intended it to do, it's just a great feeling. So you just want to work on it from that point.
Having to choose the line, having to choose your skill level, like how much can I actually bite off? Can I go for the green? Should I lay up?
Being out in nature, being able to walk around, you know, I can take my dog out if I want. And the fact that, yeah, you don't have to have anybody else with you for disc golf. I can go out and play a course by myself. And, you know, if I wasn't happy with my round, I get to do it again.
So choosing your shot, choosing your line, where you want to go, and then you choose the disc. Which disc can I make work with this line? And then you have to think about the angle to make that disc do the shape you want.
As soon as I got a disc to go up and flip up and ride flat, carry, and then drift back 350 feet, it was like all of a sudden it was just like, okay, I need to do that again, and I'm addicted now, like 100%.
And then you need to take the wind into account, and maybe even just how you're feeling that day.
I want to, you know, it's always going to be different. Every single round you have new challenges that you have to overcome as a player, and that's what keeps me coming back to you.
Or the weather, if it's raining you might have grip issues, or if it's hot out your disc might fly a little different. And then once you've sort of programmed all of your decisions in, you then have to execute it.
And the challenge of being consistent and always trying to improve.
And when it all works, and think about all the stuff, you throw the shot and it does exactly what you want, that's just one of the coolest things.
But also the people involved. I've come from other sports backgrounds, and I never really made the same friendships that I did in say soccer or baseball as I have in disc golf.
Just such an awesome community, like so welcoming, and just a lot of great people.
It's just the people are really cool. I get along with them, and I don't know, it's just the disc talk, everything about the culture that we just click on. It's hard to explain. I mean, you can do soccer talk and talk about that all the time, but it's just not the same satisfaction as talking about the weight of a disc or how it flies in the air.
Just learning new things that I like, different ways to throw discs and what discs can do, you know, what's the limitation of that. Watch guys like Braden locally here, he's unbelievable in terms of his power and what he can do with the creativity, and some shots that I've seen at Mary's that just blow my mind.
Mary's farm is amazing, but it's still a half-hour drive out of town and only open one day a week right now.
Something about Victoria that's just, they're not putting courses in here, and it's pretty sad, but definitely a need for, you know, you could put out like 3 or 4 baskets, not even make a course, and people are gonna have creative things to do with those baskets, and voila, disc golf. We're playing disc golf.
There's so many people that play, and they need somewhere to play.
Yeah, we need to have some baskets put in. I mean, it doesn't even have, like, courses like Les Ritz, where maybe your pro is not gonna have fun playing there, but just to get it in view so the kids and the families can see. And a lot of people do have fun at those short little courses, and it's a great intro. So the more we can do like that, because I see like possibilities everywhere.
Actually, we were walking Shoreline yesterday. We walked and I'm in the middle of kind of proposing a layout for that property.
The Royal Athletic Park, they put in some disc golf just on a weekend basis. If we could do that more, I think that would definitely grow the sport, and, you know, maybe just take a basket to a school, throw around there, and have the kids interested.
Huge amount of opportunity in terms of the growth of the game, and how like when I started playing 9 years ago, it was still the fastest growing sport you never heard of, and I'd still kind of say that today, right? So we're getting there with lots of big network coverage for tournaments, but I still think there's still a lot more to go.
It's a great sport for anyone to get into at any age level, young or old or in the middle. Get outside, hang out with friends, and especially now where you can do it distanced, it's great as well. Yeah. So we could use 3 courses in Victoria, and they'd get maximum usage right away.
And I think that needs to happen on a huge scale. And if that, like, it's happening here, and not like as many schools as we can get, or as many of the limited park space that we have here in the South Island, getting some baskets in the ground is going to help kind of grow the bottom up. The stream's getting so busy, the parking's an issue. You know, we with the South Island Disc Golf Society, which I'm the vice president of, we're actively trying to work with these communities and municipalities and schools, and trying to deal with the growing demand for these courses, and it's something that we hopefully can work on soon with communities in the South Island.
Disc golf is actually a professional sport like many other professional sports. It has a professional players association, it has regular sanctioned tournaments, and it's also possible to make a full-time, very successful career out of disc golf. In fact, Paul Macbeth, one of the world's best disc golfers, just signed a $10 million contract with disc manufacturer Discraft. This isn't just a game that kids play or something hooligans do in the woods. It's a real sport. We've got baseball diamonds, we've got soccer fields, we also have tennis courts, basketball courts. We cater to many different sports. Almost every park could have some sort of disc golf course that can be designed into it to have very minimal environmental impact and very, very minimal maintenance. It's the simplest thing that you can add to a park. We also need to have a disc golf course that can challenge not only beginners, but our local pros as well. We then get your beginners getting inspired by the local pros, and also you get a chance for the local pros to set a good example of what the sport of disc golf is. And here's the thing. For young players who aspire to make this a career path, they need somewhere that they can practice and hone their skills, and somewhere where they can meet other people, where they can be challenged, where they can grow together. The disc golf courses that are presented to us here in the Greater Victoria area just cannot do that. Disc golf's not going away. We need to foster its growth here in Victoria, and it needs to start now. We need to set the example. This is the capital of the province. We really need to get our stuff together here. For the love of the sport, we need courses, and we need them now. I'll see you out there.